The source material for this explainer, The Arts to be Human, throws a totally wild question at us. What if our entire approach to education, and really society as a whole, is fundamentally broken? And even crazier, what if we already have the exact tools we need to fix it?
Listen to this. Winning alone makes everyone else a loser. Growing together makes everyone else a winner. The author Charbel Haddad anchors his entire philosophy on that one undeniable point. And honestly, it's not just some cute, feel-good quote. It's pitched as an actual survival strategy for humanity in the age of advanced AI.
All right, I want you to picture this for a second. You're standing in a wide open field, just bare land. There are no buildings, no sad little desks, no annoying bells ringing every 45 minutes telling you where to be. It's just this vibrant open space with literally limitless potential. In the scenario proposed by the text, this field, this is the ultimate school. It's a place where a mix of kids, adults, and elders actually have to learn how to build, grow, and thrive together. Community building isn't some after-school club here. It is the ultimate defining test of what humans can do.
Part 1. Escaping the factory school.
But let's snap abruptly back to our dreary reality for a second, right? We don't have open fields. We have what the document calls factory schools. You know the vibe. Cookie-cutter, container extensions, blindingly white walls, and these mind-numbing desk layouts designed for one thing, cramming in as many students as possible and demanding total compliance. The author actually pokes some really sarcastic fun at this, pointing out how we adults literally celebrate these mundane environments. It's crazy. We willingly send our youth during their absolute most energetic years into these spaces that completely crush their creativity. We groom them for rote, repetitive jobs that AI can already do. It's wild when you contrast that factory model with the alternative, vibrant, collaborative, open field learning that builds real self-reliance.
And then there's this number, 40, as in one teacher to 40 students. The text rightly points out just how archaic and completely absurd this ratio is. Think about it. You've got one totally stressed out adult trying to manage 40 kids. True, meaningful, individualized connection? It's mathematically impossible. It forces the whole system to rely on standardized testing and strict authoritarian control just for basic crowd management. Actual human development gets completely thrown out the window.
So, to fix this, the source argues we've got to ditch those meaningless standardized tests entirely. Just toss them. Instead, human development needs to focus on a complete trio of skills: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Basically, your brain, your emotions, and your body. But to actually nurture all three, the framework suggests we need multiple guides per learner. The text calls these more knowledgeable others, or MKOs. We need a whole team to focus deeply on the unique potential of every single person.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 2. Arts of Being Human.
The author elegantly breaks this whole new educational framework down into 3 core pillars. First, there's the arts of being. That's all about developing inward awareness. Think moving, feeling, and expressing. Then there's the arts of becoming, which is outward awareness, learning how to listen, give, and collaborate. And finally, the arts of connecting. This is about environmental harmony, understanding, building, and growing your surroundings. It brilliantly illustrates this massive reframe. Education isn't about rote memorization anymore. It's the lifelong mastery of self-actualization.
Now, you might be wondering, how on earth do we achieve this without the old-school, traditional teacher-student dynamic? Well, the text introduces this fascinating concept, sovereign AI acting as that more knowledgeable other. Imagine a highly advanced, totally unbiased AI sitting right at the center of the community. It gives everyone access to universal knowledge rooted entirely in factual evidence. It has no ego, no dogmas, zero political agenda. Its only job is to nurture independent thinking, helping the whole community learn whatever they need to maximize their potential. A real game changer.
Now, what's really interesting about this next part is how it actually works in practice. Section 3, the human kindergarten.
Right, so how do we ground these utopian ideas into practical reality? Let's walk through what the ultimate assessment looks like in this new system. Spoiler alert, there are no written final exams. It's basically a 4-step survival and thriving run. Step 1, a group of learners starts with bare land. Step 2, they use their sovereign AI and their collaborative skills to solve shared environmental challenges. Step 3, they get their hands dirty. They physically build biostructures and figure out how to cultivate and grow their own food. Step 4, they graduate. But here's the catch. They only graduate when they've successfully, collaboratively built a thriving, sustainable community. The final grade is literally survival and prosperity. Together.
Section 4. Growing together, not alone.
Of course, we're all human, right? We're flawed. So how does this community handle bad behavior without just turning into an authoritarian nightmare? The document sharply contrasts two approaches here. The old punitive systems, they rely on punishing conflict with fear, retaliation, and isolation. And the author argues that just breeds more hate and resentment. The proposed model, though, totally flips the script. It focuses on resolving conflict through immediate, compassionate intervention, using inquiry, empathy, and reflective journaling.
Let's say a destructive behavior pops up, bullying or maybe greed. The community jumps into this step-by-step collaborative process. Step 1, trace the root of the behavior. Ask, why is this person acting out? Step 2, identify the missing needs. What's lacking in that learner's life that's driving them to feel insecure or angry? Step 3, formulate solutions together. By swapping out hate and envy for empathy and self-reflection, the community actually heals the individual instead of just punishing them.
Section 5. Resolving global conflict. So the crucial point is, if we zoom way out to the macro level, the text makes a huge claim. We absolutely must replace competitive greed with individual prosperity. The author points out that our current global systems, they're basically built on power-hungry competition, fear, and this illusion that there aren't enough resources to go around. But if we empower communities to be self-sufficient, collaborative, and prosperous through these human kindergartens, we directly short-circuit the herd mentality, the propaganda, and the manipulation that actually fuels global wars. Growing together literally becomes our most powerful tool for global peace.
Section 6. Universal Free Lifelong Learning. And this brings us to the ultimate call to action. It's a passionate demand for a total paradigm shift. The author is calling for universal, completely free access to quality lifelong learning. We've got to reclaim our individual freedoms, develop our own unique identities instead of just conforming. We need to collaboratively rebuild our communities from the ground up, replacing these crusty, power-hungry systems that just want numb, obedient citizens. And this knowledge, facilitated by AI and human co-learners, it has to be free and accessible for everyone, everywhere. We literally have to leave the factory lines behind forever.
The source text leaves us with this one profound, absolute mic drop of a question to ponder. If you could recreate life on Earth, how would you design it? It's basically challenging every single one of us to stop accepting the mundane, to stop playing a rigged game where winning alone makes everyone else a loser, and to start thinking about our own role in designing a world where we actually grow together.